else on the requisitions?
Any of those? Yes?
Yes. I have a couple things that were listed not on the consent agenda, but in the packet. If you want me to do these now, or you want to wait?
Sure.
Okay. Have a resolution to approve and enter into a contract with Champlin Architecture for the Criteria Architect Services for the new Warren County Criminal Suppression Headquarters project on behalf of the Facilities Management Project.
So I take it that was vetted through committee?
That's correct, and this was their recommendation.
Okay, so moved.
And yes?
Have a resolution to authorize the Director of Facilities Management to initiate contract negotiations with HGC Construction and KZF Design for design build services for the Warren County Court project.
Assume the same stands? for
That's
this one?
correct.
So moved.
And yes?
Have a resolution to authorize the Water and Sewer Department to enter into negotiations with Environmental Engineering Services, Inc. for the design of improvements to the Dale Acres wastewater treatment plant.
So moved.
And yes?
And I have a couple add-ons. The first one is to accept the resignation of Matt Fetty, Director of Warren County, Ohio Means Jobs, effective November 3rd.
So moved.
And yes?
Next is to authorize the issuance of a credit card for the Warren County engineer.
So moved.
Yes?
And the last one is to approve an operational transfer from the Commissioners Fund into the Mary Haven Treatment Fund 2270.
So moved.
And yes?
That's all that I have.
Very good. Someone stole my pen again. Very good. Suzanne, good morning.
Good morning. Last month, the Regional Planning Commission came before you with a draft of the Assessment of Fair Housing. You may recall that this is a document that's required by the U.S. Department of HUD in order to receive CDBG funds. At that time, you had offered us some feedback and some suggestions. The feedback was very helpful, so they took that and they incorporated it into a new draft. Draft that we believe better reflects the values of the board. A few things that have been addressed was they changed some of the language so that the agencies responsible for the activities are agencies that are actually housed on this campus. Agencies like the Regional Planning Commission, the Grants Administration, or the Health Department. They also focused on the good work that the county is already doing and going to improve upon those. So when Cameron comes before you to talk about the plan, you'll see that there's a lot of check marks already. So these are plans that already the county is incorporating, and they want to continue doing those good plans. Cameron?
Good morning. Cameron Grushinsky with the Warren County RPC, and this morning, as Suzanne mentioned, I'll be going over those updated goals that we have for the AFH that are both reflective on the presentation as well as within the plan itself. Just before we cover that, just had a couple more slides to show you. As we were looking for today, we're looking for a resolution to approve this plan, and then just acknowledging that this plan will be included in the consolidated plan early next year. And here's just the process timeline. Began back in March. There's been 11 focus groups, or 11 total meetings, 9 focus groups, and 2 public meetings. And then going on to the goals, as there were before, there's 10 goals. And as Suzanne mentioned, you can see the check marks, so you can see the goal, metric, time frame, and responsible participant. So you can see the first goal to update zoning codes that have a disparate impact on fair housing. That goal has already been met, or it's currently underway rather. And expanding fair housing training. This would involve hosting a fair housing training for landlords and residents. This would be hosted by the Grants Administration, but the time frame would be by December of 2027. For the second goal, or the third goal rather, analyzing transit and transportation options, you can see the first and third have already been accomplished. The second one, establishing a pilot program that involves transportation efficiency within a selected community. The time frame for that is December of 2028, and that would be through the grants administration. For neighborhood improvement, you can see that metric is currently underway, as well as for the fifth goal, greater participation in advanced education, vocational schools, and financial literacy programs. That was completed this year. For the sixth goal, these are all included in the community housing health assessment and health improvement plan. These are already ongoing and assigned to the health department. For goal 7, encouraging school-based health centers, you can see the first one has already been accomplished by the Clinton Massie School District to establish a new school-based health center, and then analyzing in coordination with the existing school districts the positive impacts of school-based health centers. That would be the Warren County Health Department. That would be the responsible participant, and that would have to be done so by 2024.
What has to be done? A whole program has to be done, or they're
Just analyzing the current effects of school-based health centers. For 8, evaluating scattered site public housing versus concentrated public housing options. This would involve communicating a preference to housing service providers. This would be the responsible program participants of RPC, Grants Administration, and Warren County Administration to communicate a preference to housing service providers. And then goal 9 and 10, promoting affordable quality childcare access and encouraging accessible housing for aging residents and people with disabilities. Those are both complete or underway already. So those are the 10 goals that we have. In total, there are 6 that are already either complete or currently in progress with no change in status quo. So that leaves us with the remaining 4 that are left. Do you have any questions about any of the goals that are established in the plan?
Go ahead, Tina. Read our.
Have a resolution to approve and authorize the president and/or vice president of the board to approve the Warren County Assessment of Fair Housing relative to the Warren County Community Development Block Grant Entitlement Program.
So moved.
And yes.
Thank you.
Thanks. Very good. Got a budget work session?
We're gonna slide into the,
We certainly can. Public meeting, we're about to go into a work session on next year's budget. If anyone would like to address the board, this would be the appropriate time. Seeing none, we'll just continue our meeting inside of this, but the public is welcome to join if you would like.